Fnatic has gone to MSI before, but at that time I wasn't in the roster.
This is Fnatic at their finest. We are going to Game 5. Fnatic take down SKT.
I would like to show to the fans that I can lead the team as well, just as how Yellowstar did. My goal is definitely top 2, and I would be disappointed otherwise.
I think what's next for me is just to kind of show my strength internationally, which I haven't been able to do in the last few years. I understand there's such a stigma around that. NA teams at Worlds, or like me at Worlds, I really want to break that. I really want to just completely demolish it.
EVOS, they take down Supermassive.
Mình muốn là EVOS thắng tất cả chương trình vòng bảng và mình muốn bẻ răng hết những mid lane vòng bảng luôn.
Barely missed out. Oh, they're going to look for the trade. Sorta back in again. Where does Sorta come from?
今年的话 ，MSI 的队伍只有我们闪亮是从去年又再打完，我们队伍每个人的实力，我觉得都是有所提升，所以我这次的话想要让大家看到一个是更稳定，但是实力又更坚强的闪亮。
上一次我去 MSI 的时候是在16年，然后现在隔了2年了，然后这次也想弥补一下当时的遗憾。
제가 이제 프레이 형이랑 오래 했지만 해외 대회에서 우승을 해본 적이 없거든요. 이제 롤드컵 같은 경우에는 준우승이 그때 독일에서 했었고 지금 저희가 MSI 일단 독일에서 시작하잖아요. 그래서 이번에는 정말 좋은 결과를 가지고 싶고 이제 꼭 세계 대회 우승컵이라는 거를 정말 한번 갖고 싶다.
Teams to the stage, starting on the blue side with EVOS from the VCS. EVOS, of course, qualifying from the play-in stage, surprising many for how good they looked in the playoffs, the knockout round. In the top lane, it's Stark. Jungle Yijin. Warzone in the mid. ADC Slay. Support Ron OP. Their coach Violet. And substitute top Beyond. Their opponents from the LMS. It's the Flash Wolves. In the top lane, Hanabi. In the jungle, Mujin. In the mid lane, Maple. ADC, Betty. Their support, Sword Art.
Who needs to snowball. Kha'Zix is one of the picks you can do it on as an assassin jungler on his side, and it's a lot invested with the first pick going towards him.
And of course on the counter, it is the Varus locked in, something that we've talked quite a lot about and saw sparingly over the last few weeks, but with Kai'Sa removed from the table, we'll lock in that Varus.
I mean, Varus does have very strong crowd control, has an incredibly strong one-hit power spike, all the Rage Blade users generally do, and can lane up well against almost every single AD carry. So I think there's a lot of consistency and a lot of strength in these first two picks.
And I really like that Varus is one of the best AD carries to play around. If you want to actually gank a lane, give him level 6. He has a CC ultimate that can lock down more than even just one member, and it's so easy with his burst damage coming in as well to just secure these kills. So it's a great pick for Betty. He's played it a ton during the split, and it also will allow Sword Art, if they get ahead, to start roaming, and that's going to be one of the big stories for us to follow in this game.
This Gangplank would be very nice though here for Hanabi. It was actually his second most played throughout the split. Stark going back to a tank. Theoretically, there could be some crazy flex, but we're expecting Orin to go top flash wolf, so it makes,
bot lane,
makes a lot of sense. And they're kind of challenging EVOS here, and Yijin in particular, to be able to adapt their playstyle to that, to be able to match the pressure in the bottom side. And Tahm Kench, I think, is a fantastic support to pick against this sort of style. When you have all these heavy CC level 6 ultimates, Tahm Kench can save you from that.
But sadly, then Tahm Kench cannot stop you from perma-pushing you under the turret. Morgana, if she gets locked in, clicks W on the wave. Varus has 2 abilities that can kill the minions as well. And then you can just perma-shove this lane into the turret. And if you ever get ganked, there's going to be Taliyah flying down. There's going to be GP ultis coming in. Like, Flash rules, it's not about Maple. There's no Kai'Sa anymore. It's about the bot lane winning. And this draft is literally screaming, we want our bot lane to win.
What do we think of the Kog'Maw pick into that? Because while the top
He saw Uzi do it. He's like, I got it.
Right. I just get nervous when I see that low mobility, no escape ADC into this type of draft.
So
it's risky.
It is. And what I will say is I think it's high risk, high reward, because there is not really a true pure tank on Flash Wolf's team. Yes, there is a Skarner, but generally speaking, it's not going to be ultra tanky. If you can protect the Kog'Maw with this Ornn, with this Tahm Kench in front of him, he can shred through most of the members there on Flash Wolves, but it's going to be down to Yijin creating pressure with this early Kha'Zix pick, you know, getting his tanks ahead, especially if you can pick on that gangplank on the top side of the map, get your Ornn ahead. That's the engage you need. That's the front line that can enable this Kog'Maw to take over.
And if he wants to go mid lane, there should be a cleanse for Maple. He's sitting on it right now, and I believe it's going to be the same when he loads into the game. Just make it a little bit harder, but that could be the other one. Like, generally, you want to gank solo laners as a Kha'Zix, and when you first pick this jungler for him, you're very much setting him up to succeed, but can you do it alone against what is a very well-built composition from Flash Wolves that is setting Betty up to carry?
Oh, which direction does Yijin go? What lane? What plays can Yijin make? Because
I'm in their region. You know, AHQ has been gone. Oh, Ron OP.
Oh, definitely not the most OP of moves. Summoner heal already used. Flash blown.
But he could run away.
That lane was going to be difficult already, and now it gets even more difficult. But we're not done yet. Well, we're going to talk about a lot of combined kills per minute, setting up for potential. That's finally
mantled the early game.
And you can see how Yijin's under pressure.
What?
Whoa! What was that?
Hey, I said it was random stuff happening from Yijin.
He never left. He had like 1 HP. He was being killed by the chickens and then donated it to
mean,
Yijin.
his smite was almost ready. I think he was going to use it, but now bot lane.
Well, take a look for the crystal slashes. Manages to get a 2-man stun. Devour comes up by Ron OP, but it simply does not matter. Seismic shove! Manages to pick up the kill, and that's 2 more for Flash Wolves.
Hey, Sail, I thought you said level 6.
Yeah.
Well, turns out you don't need level 6.
No, you don't when the enemy jungler is effectively killing himself on the Raptor camp, and you're standing right next to him as a jungler. You walk in, you kill him, and that set up the easiest roam to the bottom lane. This was not supposed to happen. Sail is 100% correct. Wait for level 6, normally with Taliyah, Skarner. They just got gifted 3 kills.
He is flashless. He sees the opposing jungler there. He is down to about 10% HP, decides not to retreat. And then look at the flash. Still not back up here for Ron OP from the start, so no chance of escaping from him. And just a beautiful roam down from Maple gets them a massive lead. A 6-minute,
very big minion wave to contest with. Already flashing forward. Take a look at the minimap. Maple's making his way up. Stark has already used Core of the Forge God, and another kill donated to Maple.
So another roam from Flash Wolves. They get another kill, and just to make it even worse, whenever we saw it at the moment, and he's top as Ale.
There we go. Call of the Forge God comes out. Slashed away by Hanabi. Yijin going to jump in with Taste of Fear. Not enough damage yet. Looking to reset the tower aggro. Going underneath. That's the first one secured, and Stark will just escape with his life.
All right, right there, we saw Maple and Mujin move down to the bottom side, and EVOS bot lane, very smart. They just backed away and said they're doing it again. Run OP and Slay. It's important here to staying safe, because they need to get some gold here, and it's going to be top lane turret.
They could, they can trade for that, because this is no TP on Hanabi. He could drop his ultimate to try to clear some of those waves, but the turret is likely going down. We'll see if they are able to actually stay around and finish it. I mean, GP ultimate might be enough.
Oh, it's gone. Tower first blood picked up by Flash Wolves as well. And the tower doesn't even die. He's got no flash. He's got no heal. He's got no ultimate.
Here.
Ron OP's got flash and cleanse though. Not going to jump in for the save. Instead, he's like, sorry, bro, your fault. And he lets Warzone die.
Learn from earlier. Don't waste your flash. The guy's already dead.
Yeah, even if you eat them up, there's so much CC available. Morgana ultimate, Skarner ultimate, everything is still there. So just a nice play from Betty. Good roam up and going to be able to punish.
10-minute Luton's Echo for...
And again, this is a very standard Flash rules kind of game where we talked about this in Champions League. It's all about the bot lane. Get them fed. Oh, he's going.
Yeah, there we go. Flash into Impale. Please continue. Standard Flash Rules game.
So get the bot lane rolling. You can leave the top lane alone. He did, of course, die once, but the turret is still alive due to the GP ult. And the fact that Betty's now on this early Rage Blade, Mabel's been getting a ton of kills on the Tilly, it's just absolutely perfect for them. They should be able to get the Rift Herald. And I don't think EVS can do absolutely anything. Oh, they're trying though.
Yeah, let's take a look. Yijin looking for Betty and Sword Art. Slay's coming into the help of a teleport by Star. Now Maple is in the river already, and that's just gone horribly wrong. Yijin is killed before he can get into the fight. Rift Herald is picked up on the back end of that, and Hanabi will bounce those barrels to push. Just picked up by Slay. Hanabi, I think, got a 13.5-minute Trinity Force. There's already the Haunting guys for Maple, and you can see Maple and Betty. Let's look for the Dark Binding. It's going to connect there onto Ron OP. The Chain of Corruption, rather. That's what
oh, he can't get to him.
And of course, the wall locks off Slay. He's got no flash available. Ron OP was locked behind the tower.
Exactly. He was so close, but then because of the turret, it would take too long for him to walk around.
But here comes Hanabi looking for the powder kegs. Got 1 and 2. Not going to fight that one. Small mistiming will let it slide as Ron OP gets eaten up. Yet another kill for Maple, 6-0-1.
You hate to see that, but when you're this far ahead,
yeah. Also,
we'll let it go.
To be fair, when you're not, that far into the game, sometimes these barrels can be a little bit slow.
And it's true, you think it's later than it actually is.
And you combo, it just look.
The region, as you said, Martin, they're not always putting out all the kind of pre-steps to that. They're not always preparing all the vision and making sure everything is very clean, but they do have very good mechanics, and they look for these aggressive fights, and when you can pull them off, it looks amazing.
It does indeed. Of course, the reason that graphic I think is very important in terms of this game is you can see the EVS mentality and their playstyle. Within their region, they're not even one of the highest combined kill per minute teams. They're actually lower ranked. So this is slow by VCS standards. It's not working out as Ron OP is going to use that cleanse that we talked so much about earlier. Well, the Impale comes out, and that's the 10th kill for Flash Wolves. And one of the other things I want to step back and look at the big picture here. Both of these teams and leagues and regions originally were born in the GPL. The LMS was removed from the GPL several years ago now. And only recently was Vietnam and the VCS pulled out of the GPL because of how consistently good they were at the game.
Let's see what happens here, Trevor, before we go further, because there might be a fight.
There will be, and it will be Stark trying to get a knock-up. He manages to get shut down.
It's only really a matter of time.
Yeah, who's going to get the kill credit? That is the question. And Betty is the one that secures it.
Again, just nicely done here from Flash Wolves, but you can see kind of the VCS mentality as far as when they fall behind, how do you get back into the game? Is it through playing side lanes? Is it through vision control? Is it through trying to stall and wave clear? No, they are looking for fights. Yep. They are trusting in their mechanics to beating like this.
Well, let's take a look. Call of the Forge Guard comes out. Baron is in the pit, secured. Not with the smite, though. That got a little messy. Now Slay's coming in, trying to get the damage down. Betty's the target. Slay flashed into the pit, but he's trying to fight 3 and get shut down. Maple was over the wall. Warzone will be the next to fall, and despite it looking momentarily okay, Flash Wolves get Baron, only lose Betty, and they're still 13,000 gold up.
But there were a few openings there at least. The Baron, of course, secured by Betty, then the fight right after. Slay, he could have picked up a bunch of kills for himself. Could have been something, but Flash Wolves will get the Baron here, and we should be looking at just another big push coming, giving them multiple inhibs, and then they can actually close out the game right after. Let's see the fight once again. Remember, Ron OP is dead. So it is 4v5, and Baron is still down low, but of course no one is in there to actually try and steal it yet.
Credit to Stark, though, actually played this fight incredibly well. He hits a 3-man Ornal, then gets a 3-man knockup with his Pillar and Charge combo there, opening up a chance for Slay to get something done in that fight, and Slay did get the immediate shutdown.
Every game we've seen from EVS has been like that. And Mujin just going to threaten the Impale engage, right? Inhibitor tower falls. Inhibitor will be there after. I'm just waiting for that team fight. There we go. Manages to catch our Warzone. Ron OP nowhere nearby. Uses the Devour just to protect from Chain of Corruption. And Slay on the retreat. 2 members of EVS are down. Flash Wolves now pushing onto the Nexus turret. Call the Forge God. Yes, it catches Maple, but to what end? Now Slay managing to get some damage down thanks to that Bio-Arcane Barrage, but he's got too many hit points to burn through. Betty steps forward to the Black Shield, and this is just feeling donezo. Flash Wolves have got one Nexus turret left. The Baron empowered minions, excuse me.
Come on, Slay, give me that pentakill.
It's going to be magnificent if it does, but I'm not quite a believer, Deficio.
Oh, because they actually chased for the kills right there, wanted some better KDAs. They did not manage to finish the last turret.
There's no Impale yet, but Eugene could consider chasing with that Righteous Glory. Decides against it for now. Instead, that's because Warzone
in the wrong neighborhood.
To push.
We've seen this on before.
Yeah, how does it end?
He dies.
Okay.
And Betty gets the kill. No, Betty gets the kill.
You haven't seen that one before.
It's true, it's true. I saw the one with Betty. I like that one more.
My math is a little off, but this is pretty close to 0.8 combined kills per minute. Is that right? So, by VCS standards, EVS going to find themselves some damage onto Hanabi, but he's going to survive thanks to all of the itemization. The huge lead he's been able to accrue for himself. Slay gets dropped down to 50%. Here comes Muujin. He's already used that Righteous Glory. Ron OP forced to use the cleanse, get caught by Dark Binding. And despite the grey health, will get killed by Maple. 11-0-4. If we had MSI Fantasy, he would be killing it right now.
Yeah, well, definitely making some more fans for himself, showing again how good Maple really is. Completely dominating this game.
Yeah, not fans of the VCS though, but no. The rest of the world will definitely be pretty impressed. That's a flash chain of corruption. The final push should be on the cards. Impale comes out. Warzone just respawned, man. And he's taken down for the 6th time. After 27 minutes and 22 kills, Flash Wolves obliterate EVS Esports.
Very one-sided game. All started around the Raptor camp, fun enough. That's where he lost the first flash on the side of Eugene. That's where he died. And of course, then we saw the good roams from Maple. And it's good to see, of course, with Maple, a man who did struggle last year. He's been playing really well this year in the LMS. And then the first game he gets to play here in the group stages, he just absolutely destroys everyone. Great draft, great execution.
Yeah, I mean, Maple was everywhere, down to the bottom lane for the early kills there. He's the one who forces the Juggler's Flash, then up to the top side, getting a kill on Stark. He was pressuring the map incredibly well while staying even or ahead oftentimes in his lane, and I definitely think this is one to feel good about for Flash Wolves.
It absolutely is, and on the other end, I'm disappointed in EVS.
Of course.
You see the guys play all the way through the bracket stage where they took out Supermassive, and those were some messy games. But there's a little bit more heads up, a little bit more control to it. And I think for EVS to succeed in the next 9 games that they have, they need to temper some of that decision making.
Well, or they need to draft like extremely aggressive